Patrick, our forward structure, we have the addition of Lobb coming into the club, Jesse Hogan, and the continued development of Taberner and Cox, and with Cam McCarthy. So we just got to make sure we're not too tall. Assuming they're all available, we're definitely going to try and work with the three talls in, and that's pressure for spots. Jesse's a real focal point. They're all a little bit different, although Taberner and Hogan can both cover enormous amounts of ground, as can Hogan. But there's pressure on for spots because Brennan Cox is a wonderful young player. So we're still working that out, but the critical is going to be make sure we've got ground level support, otherwise the ball will be just swept away. That's just as important for us. Very good question. As we see there today, Aaron is still really critical to us, although the decision to keep him at list management was a really difficult one, particularly because probably Rory Lobb was an 80% chance to come through the door. So Aaron's just leadership and just a great person around the club and a high level performance. He was decided to be kept. So, but we've got to make sure that doesn't hinder the development of Sean Darcy in particular, who's a terrific young ruckman and coming through. So Rory himself prefers to see himself as a key forward and not a ruckman. So if they're both fit and available, we have discussed alternating them during the year because Aaron over the last 3 years hasn't been able to get through, and Sean Darcy, it's quite brutal. So we would look to balance up the workload. But as it sits now, Aaron's got a calf, a significant calf, that he's really struggling to overcome at the minute. We think he'll get there, but so it's Sean Darcy, Scotty Jones and Lloyd Meek, along with Rory Lobb, are fighting for that #1 spot. That's a really difficult question. How will Nat Fyfe go this year? If past performance is any indicator, we think he'll have a top flight season. He's obviously been, well, obvious to me anyway, because I sorely miss him when he's injured. Has, late in seasons had some significant injuries. Last year was a hamstring, previously it was broken leg. So we're trying to design a program that gets him to play the majority of the games. He comes to the season fit, but able to sustain his style of footy for a long period of time. His captaincy is really improving. It's a really difficult job when you're rebuilding a list, and it's huge expectation on him. I certainly wouldn't want to carry his level of expectation, even though I carry my own, but he handles it so well. And Perth, two-team town, it's a fishbowl there, and wherever he goes he gets really smothered. So he holds himself together really well, prepares exceptionally, and his leadership is really growing, and he's driven to help bring the Dockers through this rebuild. So I think he'll have a very good season. Yeah, hi Noah. Reece is a wonderful addition to our leadership group. What strikes you when you meet Reece is his passion really for his club, Richmond, and his teammates, and how well balanced he is in life. So he was really keen to sort of try and educate our young group that will help your footy and help you be successful. So the fact that he got voted in didn't surprise me, because I could see on a daily basis him investing in all our young players and spending time with them and sharing his experiences. And he's very level, he's very centred, and I think we only got between 26 and 30, 5 or 6 players. So the majority of our list, the bulk of our list is 80 or 90% well under 24. So he's really come to the fore, and we're really lucky to have him. Yeah, Lachie who? No, yeah, I love Lachie. The midfield minutes with Connor Blakely being injured, it really is significant because it compounds the issue we're having with Stephen Hill at the minute, that's rehabbing off a long-term quad injury, and those two are the most obvious to go through there. But Chera and Conker will go through there, and we've got some young mids like Gyro and Croden. So we think Mundy will spend more time in midfield. So, if we can start a starting line at 5, Mundy, Brayshaw with Conker, and Adam Chera running through, we think we're pretty healthy through there. I'm not sure everyone enjoys my press conferences. Look, press conferences can certainly be a challenging time because You can be full of emotion, you know, and clearly the Andy Brayshaw incident this year was one of those times. So at all times you're trying to represent your club and speak to your members and your partners and your players really. So don't always get it right. As always, I might be in a quiet taste to some, but you know, it's something I'm continuing to work on and work with our broadcast partners and improve. So yeah, I do enjoy them, and I'm sure I'll miss them when that time comes. Well, what do I do to relax? When I'm at my best, and most of us, we're exercising and eating well and sleeping well, so that helps. But you know, we're always looking to sort of be assessed and have a 360-degree assessment. I have a corporate coach, and committed to getting up in the morning and have a pool at home and just swimming a few laps and stretching every morning, and then some mindfulness breathing every night. So, and I love a coffee in the morning. So commit to those things. They tend to help. They tend to balance you up, get a routine, get some mindfulness going, and just center yourself. But I think it's a whole approach and not sweating the small stuff really.